Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm LJ if you're new to my channel. So today's video is going to be an updated foundation routine using only drugstore products. So this routine is just basically like an everyday type of makeup look if I'm going for like a full coverage everyday makeup look. These are the drugstore products that I've been loving, and I would just love to combine all of them to do an updated foundation routine. But I wanted to do a drugstore one because my last updated foundation routine, I use a lot of expensive products, and I feel like I've been trying a lot of good drugstore products, and I thought to do this video just to collectively give you guys like my favorite drugstore products at the same time, to give you guys a very simple everyday makeup look as well. And this is also like a summertime type of makeup look, so these are products that I definitely would love using during the summer. So if you guys are interested in seeing this video, then keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to start off by moisturizing my skin. I don't have a current favorite drugstore moisturizer, so I'm going to cheat a little bit over here. I'm going to use the Farsali liquid glass just to kind of give my skin a little bit of a radiance. I love using this liquid glass during the summertime, but I am looking for like a really good drugstore moisturizer for my skin that's very similar to this liquid glass. Alright, so now we're going to start with the drugstore products. So one product that I've tried like about maybe like 2 weeks ago is this NYX Professional Bear With Me. This is the Sunscreen Daily Moisturizing Primer. I've been really loving this. I've used it about 3 or 4 times, and it's so freaking bomb. I love the fact that it doesn't leave a white cast on my skin, and a little bit goes a long way with this product. It moisturizes my skin so well. At the same time, it has SPF, because you know during the summertime you gotta put on SPF, so this is definitely a go-to for me. It also smells so good. So for foundation, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Superstay foundation. This one is in the shade 360 Mocha. I recently started using this foundation back up again because when I used it, I think after about maybe like a year of me not using this foundation, I came back to use it, and it's a really good foundation. It's not hydrating, but it has a matte finish, but it's not too mattifying. And I feel like the shade is kind of good. Maybe not like perfect, but kind of good. And a little bit goes a long way as well, but I'm putting a lot already right now. So I'm gonna blend this out with a beauty sponge. Yeah, this foundation is really good. When I first tried out this foundation, I was really impressed. I liked how it looked like on my skin. I do feel like at that time I was a little bit lighter, and I feel like right now, because I am a little bit darker, I've gotten darker over like the last year, and I feel like now it's like an actually really good match for my skin. But the first time I tried it out, it was just like way too warm, and it was a little bit darker than my skin. So for concealer, of course you guys know I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Camo concealer. This one is in the shade Deep Cinnamon. I've been really loving this concealer. It's like been like a go-to concealer for me. It reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. It gives me like more of a creamier formula, and it does crease a little bit when you initially apply it, but I feel like if you go over it again with like the beauty sponge or a brush, I feel like it fixes that creasing issue. So I'm gonna use a beauty sponge to blend that out, but I do like to let this concealer dry up a little bit because I feel like it leaves the coverage on there. So I'm just gonna spread this out just a little bit and then let it dry, and then I'm gonna come back and blend it out. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out just a little bit. I like having like a full coverage concealer and like a light coverage foundation, but that Maybelline foundation is definitely not a light coverage foundation, but I still like the finish of the foundation. All right, so for contour, so I'm gonna use the same concealer, but this one is in the shade Rich Ebony. I love this shade because it's super warm, and this concealer is so concentrated, so I'm gonna put like a really small amount. I'm gonna blend this out with a beauty sponge. Blending this concealer out with a beauty sponge is like literally the best way to blend it out. I feel like blending it with a brush doesn't give the concealer a good finish, like it doesn't come off looking like your skin. So I feel like a sponge, using a sponge for hydrating products and also at the same time like concealers and stuff, for me is the best way to blend them out. So I'm going back in with the concealer sponge and get rid of all the harsh lines. All right, so for setting powder, of course, I'm gonna use the Black Opal. This is the Deluxe Finishing Setting Powder. I've been really loving this setting powder. You guys know I've been talking about this setting powder for a long time now. I feel like the shade is perfect for my skin, and I just love the finish of the setting powder. I feel like it really gets rid of all the oils on my T-zone area, so it just gives it like a really flawless finish. I like using a sponge also to apply this setting powder. Like, look at how smooth it looks compared to this area, like smooth. So now I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna use the NYX Professional Makeup Bear With Me. This is the Revitalize and Set Multitasking Spray. So this is also part of the Bear With Me collection. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this just to give my skin a little bit of that dewy finish. And then I'm gonna move on to bronzer. So for bronzer, y'all, I've been really loving this Makeup Revolution bronzer. I did a review for this bronzer and I was honestly really blown away. I'm really glad that they came out with so many bronzers for, especially for like deeper skin, because we barely have any bronzers, you know what I mean? I love the shade Dark. So this is the shade Dark. It kind of gives you like a natural skin-like finish, but at the same time, it's very warm. So the shade is absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna use this bronzer. And of course, this is by Makeup Revolution, so it's very affordable. The only thing I would say about this bronzer is that you get a lot of kickback with the bronzer, but I don't feel like that should be an issue. I feel like you should just go in with a small amount and dust it off on the pan. It's like really red, and it just leaves your skin looking like skin. So I'm just picking up a small amount and dusting it off. And I feel like these bronzers are very much buildable. They don't come off too harsh. So using this bronzer, I'm gonna contour my nose really quick. So that's pretty much it for this foundation routine. These are definitely drugstore products that I've been really loving. I feel like drugstore products, they're coming, like they're advancing, okay? These products are amazing. These are products that I've been really loving, especially for the summertime. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is complete my face, and then I'll be back with the final look and then let you guys know a little bit more about these products and basically like complete the video. Alrighty guys, so this is my completed face. This is my foundation routine. These are the products, complexion products that I would use for my everyday foundation routine. If I'm only talking about drugstore, which I feel like most of them are actually my go-tos and my favorites, that NYX primer is definitely gonna be a go-to for me this summer, just because I have to keep wearing SPF during the summer because I'm out in the sun, and especially the fact that my skincare routine contains glycolic acid, I definitely have to use SPF. It is kind of expensive, but I feel like it's worth it just because it's a moisturizer, a primer, and an SPF at the same time. And of course, like the e.l.f. concealer has been like my go-to concealer and one of my favorite concealers for a long time now. And then I love that Black Opal setting powder. It reminds me of the Anastasia loose setting powder, but that Black Opal one is like on point, especially with the shade and the finish. Perfect, beautiful. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up on this video. Don't forget to subscribe and join the family. Also hit the bell so you're always notified of a new upload. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.